Have you ever noticed that mornings can feel strangely intense, even before your day begins? What many people, especially seniors, don't realize is that the early hours of the day can actually be the most dangerous time for your heart. In fact, the risk of stroke peaks shortly after waking. And unfortunately, simple, everyday habits may unknowingly raise that risk even higher. In this video, we're revealing 5 common morning mistakes that Japan's oldest practicing doctor warns every senior to avoid if they want to protect their heart and reduce their stroke risk. These aren't extreme lifestyle overhauls, just minor shifts in your morning routine that could make a major difference. Let's begin with one of the most overlooked dangers: morning dehydration. After sleeping for 6 to 8 hours, your body wakes up in a state of water deficiency. You haven't had a sip to drink all night, and yet your organs are expected to perform right away. For older adults, this dehydration can be especially risky. As we age, our body's thirst signals weaken, making it harder to recognize that we're running low on fluids. But just because you don't feel thirsty doesn't mean your blood isn't thickening. And when blood becomes thicker, it slows down and struggles to circulate, increasing the risk of clot formation, a major trigger for strokes. Dehydration also impacts mental clarity and mood, leaving you groggy, irritable, or anxious before the day even starts, all of which further stress the cardiovascular system. Take the story of John, a 72-year-old from Ohio who used to start his mornings with just a hot cup of coffee, believing it was enough to wake him up. But one morning, he felt a wave of dizziness, collapsed, and was later diagnosed with a mini stroke. Doctors told him his mistake was skipping water. Since then, John has made drinking a glass of water the first thing he does every morning, and he says he feels sharper, more energized, and most importantly, safe. The lesson here is simple. Before you sip coffee, take medication, or even eat breakfast, drink a full glass of water. It doesn't just rehydrate you, it primes your heart and brain to function properly. If plain water doesn't appeal to you, try adding lemon or cucumber for flavor. This small, consistent habit helps thin your blood naturally, improving circulation and lowering your risk of stroke at the most vulnerable time of day. Now let's move to the second critical habit: ignoring your morning blood pressure surge. Many people are unaware that blood pressure rises significantly within the first few hours after waking. This isn't abnormal. It's part of your body's transition from rest to activity. Hormones like cortisol and adrenaline are released to help you wake up, but they also raise your heart rate and tighten your blood vessels. For younger adults, this might go unnoticed. But for seniors, especially those with hypertension or cardiovascular issues, this natural spike can push blood pressure into dangerous territory, increasing the chances of heart attacks or strokes before breakfast is even served. Yet, most people don't monitor their pressure during this window. They take medication without checking their current levels or jump out of bed too quickly, sending their system into shock. The key is to ease into your day. Sit up slowly, take a few deep breaths, and monitor your blood pressure if you're prone to fluctuations. Keep a log and share it with your doctor. Knowing your numbers in the morning gives you control and helps guide treatment. These first 2 habits, hydrating properly and being aware of your morning blood pressure, might sound basic, but they form the foundation of a safer, heart-protected start to your day. Stick with us as we explore the next 3 hidden dangers and how to turn them into life-saving habits that bring calm, clarity, and confidence to your mornings. For most people, a slight rise in blood pressure after waking is natural and harmless, but for seniors, especially those with hypertension or existing heart issues, this surge can be dangerous. The early morning hours put extra stress on the cardiovascular system as the body transitions from sleep to activity. Hormones like cortisol spike, blood vessels constrict, and heart rate accelerates, creating a perfect storm for cardiovascular strain. This sudden rise in pressure places intense force on artery walls, increasing the likelihood of microscopic tears, plaque instability, and even blood clots. Over time, repeated exposure to these spikes, often unnoticed, can silently damage arteries and raise the risk of heart attack or stroke. What makes it more dangerous is that many people feel fine afterward, unaware of the damage occurring within. This is why regular morning blood pressure monitoring is crucial. Tracking your readings over time helps you and your doctor detect patterns and make informed decisions before they become emergencies. Beyond medication, managing stress first thing in the morning is a powerful and often overlooked tool. Instead of diving into a rushed, overstimulating routine, try starting your day with something calming. Gentle breathing exercises, light stretching, or simply sitting quietly with herbal tea. These small rituals. Now let's talk about another overlooked danger: skipping hydration. While it might sound too simple to matter, not drinking water right after waking is a mistake with serious consequences. Overnight, your body loses water through breathing and sweating, even if you don't feel it. When you don't replace that fluid in the morning, your blood becomes more concentrated, slowing circulation and increasing the chance of clot formation, one of the primary causes of strokes. On top of that, dehydration constricts your blood vessels, forcing your heart to work harder to maintain adequate flow, which can elevate your blood pressure and stress your cardiovascular system. And the effects aren't just physical. Many older adults report sluggishness, confusion, and low mood in the morning, often assuming it's just normal aging, when in fact, it could be early signs of dehydration. Take Thomas, a 74-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. He used to feel foggy and drained every morning, brushing it off as part of getting older. But after a mild stroke, his doctor identified inadequate hydration as a contributing factor. Since making it a habit to drink a full glass of water immediately upon waking, Thomas noticed sharper thinking, better mood, and improved blood pressure control. The science is simple. Proper hydration keeps blood flowing smoothly, helps maintain healthy blood pressure, and reduces stress on your heart. It also supports your kidneys, which regulate blood volume and pressure. When kidneys don't receive enough water, they can't perform effectively, leading to a cascade of problems including hypertension. That's why your first drink of the day matters so much more than people think. Make it water, not coffee, and drink it slowly. If plain water feels dull, try adding a squeeze of lemon or a few slices of cucumber. This isn't just about quenching thirst, it's about giving your heart and brain exactly what they need at the most vulnerable time of the day. Making hydration a non-negotiable morning habit could be the easiest, most powerful step you take for long-term heart protection. To reduce the risk of stroke and protect your heart each morning, make it a non-negotiable ritual to drink at least one full glass of water before consuming any caffeine or breakfast. This simple act of hydration helps restore fluid balance after hours of sleep, improves blood flow, and prepares your body to handle the natural increase in heart rate and blood pressure that occurs upon waking. Pairing hydration with a steady intake of essential electrolytes like potassium and magnesium further supports vascular health by helping regulate muscle contraction and preventing blood vessel constriction. Despite how vital this habit is, it's often overlooked, especially by seniors who may not feel particularly thirsty in the morning. Yet water remains one of the safest, easiest, and most powerful tools to enhance circulation and reduce stroke risk. Integrate it into your routine with the same consistency you apply to brushing your teeth or taking medication, and your body will repay you with improved cardiovascular function and lasting energy. What seems like a minor effort can have a profound effect on your long-term resilience and vitality. Now let's talk about a habit that feels comforting but could be silently harmful: overdoing caffeine right after waking. While many seniors depend on a strong cup of coffee or tea to jumpstart their day, consuming caffeine too soon can intensify morning blood pressure surges and increase the risk of stroke. Your body naturally experiences a spike in blood pressure upon waking, known as the morning surge. Introducing a stimulant like caffeine at this exact moment can push your cardiovascular system into overdrive. Caffeine temporarily increases heart rate, constricts blood vessels, and elevates adrenaline levels, which forces the heart to work harder just when your arteries are already under pressure. For someone with hypertension or hardened arteries, this combination can be dangerous. Take Barbara, a 78-year-old grandmother from Michigan, who began each day with 2 strong coffees. She frequently felt dizzy and experienced headaches, symptoms she chalked up to age. But after her doctor explained how caffeine could worsen morning pressure spikes, she began delaying her first cup and switching to herbal tea. Her symptoms improved significantly, and her blood pressure readings became more stable. This shift may require breaking a deeply ingrained routine, but it's a powerful adjustment for heart health. Instead of reaching for caffeine the moment you wake up, start your day with water to rehydrate your system and give your cardiovascular system time to adjust. Then, wait at least 30 minutes before. Lastly, let's revisit a point that bears repeating. Ignoring hydration needs in the morning is one of the most common yet preventable contributors to heart strain. After a full night's sleep, your body wakes up slightly dehydrated due to fluid loss through breathing, perspiration, and natural metabolic activity. Without proper hydration, your blood thickens, increasing resistance in the vessels and making it harder for the heart to pump efficiently. This, in turn, raises the risk of clot formation, a key factor in strokes. Seniors often don't feel thirsty upon waking and may go straight into their usual morning routines, bypassing water in favor of coffee or breakfast. But that oversight can affect not just physical function, but also mental clarity and mood. Harold, an 82-year-old retiree from Ohio, used to skip water altogether until his coffee was ready. After a mild stroke scare, his doctor explained that drinking water first thing in the morning could help thin the blood slightly and ease strain on the heart. Once Harold made the change, he noticed sharper focus, better stamina, and more stable blood pressure throughout the day. Physiologically, proper hydration reduces blood viscosity, supports kidney function, and improves circulation, all of which are essential to maintaining heart health and reducing stroke risk. Simply put, your body runs on water. Make that first glass a priority, and you'll start each day with better protection, clearer thinking, and a stronger heart. When you skip hydration in the morning, you're not just delaying a glass of water. You're forcing your heart to work harder, slowing your circulation, and increasing the chances that tiny clots may form and block critical arteries. This becomes even more concerning for older adults, whose kidney function may be reduced and whose thirst signals are often less reliable. To give your heart the support it needs and reduce your risk of stroke, make it a habit to drink a full glass of water within 15 to 30 minutes of waking. This one action helps restore fluid balance, lowers blood viscosity, and prepares your body to meet the physical demands of the day. If plain water doesn't appeal to you, enhance the flavor with a slice of lemon or opt for warm water to soothe your digestive system. Hydration in the morning isn't just about avoiding thirst. It's a vital, preventative step that directly impacts cardiovascular health. When you start your day hydrated, you promote smoother blood flow, ease the pressure on your arteries, and protect your brain and heart from unnecessary strain. For seniors especially, this small but consistent habit can make a meaningful difference in lowering stroke risk. Equally important is how you physically start your day. Rushing through your morning routine without easing into movement is another common but dangerous mistake. After several hours of rest, your body needs time to adjust. Jumping into chores, bending, lifting, or moving quickly without warming up can spike your blood pressure and shock your cardiovascular system. Unfortunately, many seniors skip warm-up activities because they seem unnecessary or time-consuming. But in reality, they play a crucial role in preventing stroke and heart complications. When you rush, your brain releases stress hormones like adrenaline, which narrow your blood vessels and raise your heart rate, two things that make your heart work harder under pressure. Consider the story of Tom, a 78-year-old retired teacher from Minnesota who used to go from bed to busy in a matter of minutes. After a mild stroke episode, his doctor encouraged him to add gentle morning stretches and walking into his routine. The change not only helped lower his blood pressure, but also improved his mental clarity and overall energy. Physiologically, your muscles and arteries are stiffer when cold, making them more vulnerable to sudden strain. A light warm-up, such as slow stretches, gentle arm and leg movements, or 5 minutes of walking around the house, raises your muscle temperature, improves blood vessel flexibility, and allows blood to circulate more easily. Even simple breathing exercises can reduce stress and support a smoother cardiovascular transition into the day. Spending just 5 to 10 minutes easing into movement can make a significant impact by lowering stroke risk, stabilizing blood pressure, and improving your mood. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect. The morning hours are a critical time for your heart, yet many of the risks are silent and easily overlooked. But now that you're aware of them, you have the power to make meaningful changes. This isn't about restriction or fear. It's about gaining control, protecting your future, and choosing routines that honor your health. Ask yourself, which of your morning habits might be unknowingly putting you at risk? And what small step can you take tomorrow to protect your heart and brain? It's never too late to start fresh. Your heart is more than a muscle, it's your lifeline. Treat it with the attention and care it deserves. Thank you for joining us today. If you found these insights valuable, please leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned and how you plan to use it. Your stories inspire us and help others learn too. If you haven't already, subscribe